Hi everyone, this is Diane. I want to do a flip through of the Seahorse journal for you today because it is in my shop. And if you really like seahorses and the sea theme for summer journal, then you could head over to my shop, follow the link below, and it will take you to my shop where this will be listed, unless someone beats you to it. I'm still working on this one with a seashell theme, but this is what I've done for the cover on that, and I'm still working on it, making good progress, so it shouldn't be long before I get this one in the shop too. But let's just go through this one today. This is a hardcover children's book called Seahorse, and it was by Robert Morris and illustrated by Arnold Lobel. And it measures 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. It has a 2-inch spine. And I decorated the front with some little squares of batik fabrics that look watery, and some glittery little cutouts that I got from in a packet of stuff from Stampin' Up. It was in a kit. And I used this pretty fabric, upholstery fabric, for the spine. It's got shells and coral, and this pretty trim. The cover itself is a pretty blue color. I put a nice big gold eyelet and a little piece of gold chain, and then added this dangle. Something came, oh, it didn't come off, it's just still inside the book. I have 2 strands of chain here with dangles on them. I want you to make sure you know that there's mixed metals here, but I think mixed metals are pretty. So this is silver, predominantly silver on the dangle itself, but the attaching pieces are gold. So there are bead dangles that I've made, and there are a couple, I think 3 different seahorse, well, 2 different seahorse charms, but there's 3 of them, I think. Maybe there's only 2. And starfish. Oh, sorry, you can't even see that. So really pretty beads on that. Okay, let's look inside. There are 3 signatures. This is a die cut. I colored the paper and then die cut the seahorse out, and then I added this digital label there for you. And the pages that were in this book had small images. They were just like in rectangles and squares with text around them, so the pages, the illustrations would have been too small to fold the pages into the signatures as a journal page. So I just cut the illustrations out and used them excuse me, to decorate the book. This is from the title page of the book. So this is one of Arnold Lobel's illustrations, and so is this. I turned that one into a journaling tag. I used a lot of my I used the colored paper scraps, the ones that I colored, like these. I painted these with inks and then die cut them, but I also used the scraps to punch out the tabs. This is a double-sided paper called Sand and Sea from Stampin' Up. And it is a new paper, so you should still be able to get it from Stampin' Up. And I also used 2 digital kits. This one is from Liana Scraps, and I think that is called Sand and Sea. Now I may be wrong, one of them may have a different name, but I'll try to link, at least the digital kits I'll try to link, and maybe I can link the Stampin' Up too. Not sure about that. But a lot of the Liana Scraps kit had seahorse images, so I used that. And the other pages from this kit is in the other book. I guess I only used that 1 digital kit in this one. It's the other book that has 2 digital kits. She has some lined papers too, so I printed them on the back. This is another paper that I dipped into water that had some paint in the water, and I really like the effect on that. I stamped my seahorse stamp up there. And this is paper that is used to make tea bags. Someone sent that to me in bigger sheets in a Happy Mail quite a long time ago. And I recently discovered it again as I was arranging things, and I just sprayed it with some various inks and made a ruffle out of it. I used some of the words, some of the text from the book. This says, "The seahorse stays very still." Also, I have these that I didn't put into the book, so I'm going to just send those, and you can put them in if you want to. This is an 8x8 paper that I got at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance, but it's got little seahorses on it, and a journal card, and this little digital, which I think that is from, well, if I think of it, I'll tell you. I can't remember, because I've had that for a very long time. I did some stenciling on the white pages, so this seashell is a stencil, and then I stenciled some dots, and then these were cut out of that colored paper that I painted with my dies. These little coral pieces here are vellum, and they came in the same Stampin' Up! Kit as these, and I sprayed the vellum pieces with inks also. This is a handmade paper. Love this blue paper. It's smooth enough that you can write on it. It's another digital page. And I made a fabric flip with the batik fabrics and this pretty trim. This is just a scrapbook paper. It looks like it's got scales on it. There's another of the 8x8 pages with the seahorse design. And then paper clipped to it is this little envelope that came with the Stampin' Up! Kit. I did not decorate it. I was supposed to use those little embellishments to make a little card here, but I left it. You can do what you want to it, and you can write on the inside. And I just paper clipped it over the edge of the page. I'm not sure. Oh, here it is. I saw it. Guess it was on this page. I went a little bit ahead. I used this pretty blue teardrop paper clip. This is just a page from a log book, and I just sewed on a little cluster of fabrics there. Here I have a little bag that I made with one of my dies, and I embellished it with the Stampin' Up! Embellishment pieces. And this is an illustration from the book, which is glued to one of my colored papers. And I just made a little tag with a paint chip. I did not do anything to it except add the seam binding. So you can add something to the back that you can write on if you want to. I just took some of the batik squares and sewed them down the edge of this page. And this is cut from a children's book, a different children's book. On this page I just added this postcard that you can write on, and this phrase from the book says, "It is a seahorse." Here I made a pocket with the Stampin' Up! Paper, just a cut off piece of that, and I cut the edge of it with one of my dies. And this is from the children's book, a couple embellishments, and a tag that is made with an illustration from the book. And oh, there's the other seahorse charm. I knew I had 3 of them. And these are the baby seahorses. I love this pocket. I have an embossing folder called Seabed, and I think I got that from Stampin' Up! Also a while ago. But this is the first time I've used it. And I just inked over it and then layered it with a pale green cardstock. And I think it turned out pretty. This is a page from a field guide called Seashore. I think it is a Seashore field guide, and then another illustration from the book. This one shows these two brown seahorses that used to live in sargassum seaweed, and that was brown. And then they traveled to where this black eelgrass is, and the seahorses that live there are black. So these guys stand out more to predators, but in a few days they will turn black also. This is from a children's book, but I think that's a photograph. And there's another illustration from the book. This is the second signature here. Love that pretty lighthouse. Then both of them wrap their tails around the seaweed. There's another page with a journaling card and a little embellishment. And I still can't remember the name of the shop. Another piece of handmade paper with some embellishments. Here's another of the lined papers that come with the Leanna Scraps kit. There's another envelope and card clipped on there. Oh, this one needs a page from the field guide. Let's do some starfish. So I will tuck that in there. No, I won't. I'll fold it and tuck it in there. I thought that's what I had behind the other one. And then another tag. Here's a page from the field guide. This illustration was cut from another children's book, an educational one. Here's another pocket. This one has one of the die cuts, an illustration from the book, and one of those rectangle pieces. And again, a tab with a charm, and this one is a sand dollar. Oh, I didn't realize it's on sand dollar paper there. Another field guide book page and illustration. Gotta see what I did put behind that little sack on the first signature. Oh, it was a paint chip tag. So I think I have a couple more paint chip tags that I pulled, so I'll put a tie in that and slip it in that pocket. And the final signature, love that tag. He moves the fin faster and faster. That's what's being illustrated with those long skinny tags that I'm sticking in the little pockets, little sacks. Each picture shows the fin moving faster. This is also a piece of vellum that I sprayed. It came with the Stampin' Up! Stuff. It was just clear white vellum. So I need a paint chip in there too. See, there's his tail moving very fast, his fin, I mean. And this one is just a scrap of the embossed paper, and I wanted to be able to use it, so I just made a little tag out of it and put this dictionary definition and illustration, and then tuck this little postcard in there. Then the last tag that has a charm is a starfish. He's sucking in the little shrimp. I think that's what they are. That's what he's eating. I had fun using all of these different embellishments and illustrations in different ways. This is not a double pocket here. I wanted to reinforce the embossed cardstock because it cracked, it cut, and where it would emboss, it was so deep that it cut in some places, which you can't tell because it's glued to the cardstock to give it a good solid base. And I used an extra of those pockets on the back, another page from the field guide, and a library card in blue, and my signature on the back of that. So this journal was really, really fun. I will make sure I put the paint chip tags in those 2 slots and include these and probably some more pages from field guides that you can use. And I'm not sure what else. I'll probably include a few more things as extras to go along with this journal. So this journal is now in my shop, and it is called Seahorse. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it, and I'm continuing enjoying the sea theme with the seashell journal. So make sure you come on back to see this one on its completion. And I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.